Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and I'm out here in the garden today on this very hot, dry day talking about zinnias because they are truly lovely right now and they're such a easy annual to plant and we get a lot of joy out of them. So I wanted to feature them today. So just some fun stuff about zinnias before I get into the how-tos. They are an old annual, and they historically were called poor man's flower because everyone and anyone could grow them. They're so easy to grow and hardy. They were found in a lot of old European gardens and literally everybody had them. I love them because they're easy annuals, so you can grow them directly from seed after we get out of the danger of frost, as we did here with this group. And there's so many beautiful varieties. We have 3 here in this particular garden that I'm going to show you today. And they do make an excellent cut flower. So first thing I want to talk about is the how-tos, how to grow them. So as I said, we grew these 3 different varieties direct sow. So that means seed directly in the ground. So this here is called Queen Zinnia, and I like to label my seeds and also put a date that we plant, just so we can all see how long from planting until we get flowers. It's kind of fun. So this really didn't take a lot of time at all, not even 60 days. Right now it is July 22nd. So not even 60 days to get some flowers here. And this is 1 packet. So 1 packet of Queen Zinnia mix. And we planted this at the end of May. So we just took our seeds. We kind of mapped out a shape that we wanted and sprinkled them on the soil and then covered them with about 1/4 inch of soil and then watered them. They do like full sun, and what's great about them is they don't need a lot of water. They're drought tolerant, and you can see that that's a tried and true thing because right now we're in the middle of a drought and it's almost 90 degrees today, very, very hot. And we really haven't done much to these. So they don't need a lot of water, they don't need a lot of fertilizer, which makes them pretty ideal in my opinion. So I'm going to walk you through on how to make a cut bouquet because, as I said, these are an ideal cutting flower because they do have really strong stems. And if you want to keep them going all through the summer, you do want to deadhead them. So it's absolutely perfect to cut yourself a bouquet and enjoy it inside because literally what you're doing is you're deadheading your flowers. So I'm going to walk you through making a cut bouquet. I have my little snippers here. I'm going to show you how to do it, and while I'm doing it, I'm going to show you the other 2 varieties that we have also in this garden, and at the end of my video I want to talk about some of my favorites. Okay, so we're going to start making our zinnia bouquets. This is my daughter Hannah's beautiful garden here. So she does a blog called Gardening Mommy, and I did get permission to cut these flowers, so this is legal out here. But I just wanted to walk you through the process. I like to have all my materials on hand when I'm having fun in the garden, so I just wanted to walk you through what I brought out here. So I've got some nice floral snippers here. You could also just use some scissors, or pruners will be fine too. The stems are pretty soft, so you have a couple of options. I did bring out my well-loved gardening trug. This is one of the smaller sizes, and this is so when I cut my stems down or strip my leaves, I will have a place for them. And I also brought a pitcher of cool water. So we're literally doing from garden to table here. We're going to make the bouquet as we're out here and bring it right inside. I really love this pitcher. It looks vintage, but it's not. I just like kind of scouting around for some different options for cut bouquets. So I've got this ready here. And I also have a kneeling pad in case I need it. Now, the best time to pick your cut bouquets is going to be in the morning or the evening. Like I said, it's really hot out today. We're just about at 90. And so if you're picking them midday, that's going to be the time that they're most stressed. So early morning or evening is a great time to cut your bouquets. So I'm going to do my stems a little bit longer, so I have some more flexibility. And then I'm just going to strip my stems here, put them in the water. So I like to pick some really open ones, and then I like to pick some that are a little more closed. Now this one here that I just cut, you can see that it's got some side shoots and they're going to bud. So I really don't want to cut those. I'm cutting just above it. We are going to forfeit one here. I know some of you might be horrified that I'm cutting these, but I'm really doing them a favor by deadheading them. So this is a double. Maybe what I'll do is just kind of strip these here. So you do want to strip your stems because you don't want those sitting in the water. It's really going to make the water really dirty, and you want clean water for your bouquet. So clean, cool water. So just the stem, and I always cut mine roughly on a 45-degree angle because that gives the surface more area to soak up the water. So I just want to make sure that I have a good variety of colors here because I am going to do some other colors, some other varieties in the garden, in the mix. So I've got some peach, some pink, some yellow, and I think that's about it for this variety. So this group here is called Binary Giant. Beautiful, bright colors. So we've got purple, red, orange, pinky coral, a fuchsia, white. It's a really lovely mix and very vibrant, and I feel like the flowers, they're a little bit larger, the flower heads. So I just wanted to show you this. Planted at the same time as the queen zinnia. So I'm going to cut a few of these for the bouquet. This bouquet is really going to be more like a farm stand bouquet. So I really like that. Just really informal and fun, just some different colors. Stripping my leaves, putting them right in the water. I don't really want them to sit out in the hot sun. So that's why I have my water ready. I love this golden yellow here. And then we could do maybe this orange. Let's see. Do a white. We've got our mic cord in the mix here. Let me move this out of the way. Love this color. And so I also want to pick a couple that are in some different stages, so my bouquet will be longer lived here. So this, and then maybe an orange. And then I'm going to move you to a different variety in this garden. Okay, so I'm with the third variety of zinnia that we have in this garden here. And this one is a fun one. It's called candy cane. So it does come in different colors. There's yellow, pink, white, and they have a little splash of hot pink. I really love this yellow one here with a splash of red on it. So this is a fun variety. And this was planted at the same time. It's a smaller group because we split the pack up, and we have a couple of these bounced around in this garden here. So I've already picked a couple because I just want to show you that we don't want to throw away this really pretty bud right here. So I am just going to cut it up, and I'm going to use it in the arrangement here. So I'm just doing straight up zinnias in this bouquet. Like I said, it's more of like a farmer's market bouquet, but you can also use these in combination with your other cut bouquets. They look really lovely with some different flowers. I've seen them mixed in with dahlias and cosmos, and they're just beautiful, and they'll last quite a while in the vase too. So those look pretty in the mix there. That one's really pretty. All right, so I'm going to show you my fun bouquet, and I'm also going to leave some here for Hannah, gardening mommy, to come and pick herself. This is the bouquet, which is a really pretty mix of 3 different varieties. So I've shown you today the 3 varieties, which was Queen, the Candy Cane, and Binary Giant, but I also promised you that I'd talk about a couple of my other zinnia favorites. And there's so many to choose from. They are great pollinators as well, and I noticed that it's easier with the singles than the doubles for the hummingbirds and the butterfly to get at them. So, but you will see a lot of different pollinators on them. So I also love a mix called Cut and Come Again, which is more of a traditional variety. They come in all different brightly colors, very similar to Binary Giant. They're frequently out of stock because they're so popular, and they're a taller variety. There's also one that's called a Dahlia Mix, which truly looks like a dahlia flower. And then you'll find some that are really unique, like Green Envy is a limey green, so a whole packet of limey green zinnias. So they have mixed colors or single colors. And you also might want to look for some dwarf varieties because those are fun to do in containers or towards the front of your garden. So Hannah and I like to plant these in groups. You can also plant them in rows in the garden if it's just going to be purely a cutting garden. But this we like to use in more of a sensory garden or a bird and butterfly garden or cottage garden even, and just do groups in different shapes and sizes. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video on this beautiful sunny day. And if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel for some future gardening fun.